スをぶち込んで叩き起こしたいやつがいるんだ。まだ全然使いこなせちゃいねえけどな。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, and like I said, the Jugram banner finally got re-announced. As we were talking about in the Rookia raid, we do have all three characters as bonus. We have Uryu, Bazz-B, and Jugram, so it's kind of expected that he would get a rerun. However, this banner was not something that I had expected. It's pretty much the entire banner for Jugram, Kirinji, and a true Kaichiko. So we're going to get on into that, and let me go into Pasty Ghost real quick. As you see, let's just get right into should you summon on this banner. Honestly, I do think that the value for this banner is definitely there. 30-step banner, obviously it's probably going to be the 50 orb multi first, as well as the 8% for a 5-star rate at step 5. So in my opinion, if you're going to summon on this banner, you can do the cheeky first multi, but if you go any past step 1, you're going to want to just commit. You'll want to only do that if you're committing to the full 5 steps or until you pull what you want up until the step 5, because like that's the step 5 8% portion of those 9 characters, because 1 is guaranteed. That's going to make up the value of spending all the orbs in the beginning. I think it usually costs roughly 900 orbs in order to get to step 5. I could be wrong, give or take like 100 or 200 orbs. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. This banner is actually pretty nice. We do have True Kaichiko. The value of True Kaichiko and Hikifune in this banner is really going to be dependent on this Super Link Slot Potion Plus update. 1, we're not going to be able to update every character right away. 2, we're not sure if Guard Break is going to be available, but Guard Break will definitely make these characters significantly better. Until we get confirmation that Guard Break is there, I'm going to just assume that we can't get Guard Break. Alright, so going into True Kaichiko, he is an Espada killer, normal attack damage of 20% with Flurry and weakened defense on his ultimate, Devastation of 40%, Berserker 40%, as well as Sprinter +1. So the fact that he has Sprinter is pretty nice. He has the Naz string of Toginata. However, the problem with it is since he doesn't have Guard Break, he definitely needs to use his strong attacks, and his first strong attack pushes the enemies back way too far away. His second strong attack is a Crawling Vortex, which is pretty nice for a ranged NAD character in my opinion, and full screen third strong attack gonna help him Guard Break. But yeah, until we get confirmation that we get Guard Break from that the Link Slot Potion Plus update, I don't know what we're gonna want to call that. It's yet to be determined on how good the ceiling cap of his potential can be, right? Alright, next on the list, Renji. Renji is an excellent character, charge skill for his third strong attack, insta kill on his ultimate. He does have a Frenzy, Havoc 20%, and Long Reach 20%, so you can make use of his NAD a little bit. A strong attack recharge minus 12% with an Arankar killer. His kit is actually pretty nice. You do have the 570 AoE for a strong attack. Second strong attack is going to be a 720 AoE distant with the Havoc 20%, so not quite the 800 to 960 that we're kind of accustomed to, but I mean it's still pretty good. And fully charged third strong attack does have a 1080 radius, so it is beyond full screen, which is kind of nice, and it deals obviously double damage than a normal strong attack 3. Definitely worth charging, and he is really good at just straight up nuking enemies. Next on the list for that banner, we do have Rookia. Rookia is a strong attack damage plus 20%. I don't believe that they're going to give a strong attack recharge. However, if that is a potential skill that we can get from the Link Slot Potion Plus update, that could be very useful for her. Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Freeze immunity, Frenzy, and Long Reach plus 20% with Sprinter. The fact that she has Frenzy as well as Freeze on all of her attacks is pretty nice with the Debilitator. She doesn't have strong attack recharge, which I think holds her back a little bit. Standard lunge for strong attack 475, no Havoc 625 to 625. This is going to be the same strong attack as Shuhei, where it kind of holds you into place, unfortunately, for a little too long. I don't particularly like this strong attack on her, in my opinion. Third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen, very quick activation time. She is a good character, especially if you get like multiple copies of her, but without strong attack recharge, there's just much better units than this banner outright, like the Renji, Ichigo, and Rookia banner. I mean, like, to be fair, they are pretty old, but I'm really hoping that with this update, it's going to be pretty good. Now, for those that are interested in the Link Slot Potion Plus update, we do have the release date and all that stuff. I'll leave a link up top if you want to check that out. Also, if you'd like to subscribe, now would be a great time. I'd appreciate it. We're completely entrenched in trying to be Mr. Beast, currently sitting at 30,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit 50,000 by the end of the year. And then, yeah, let's just get right into it. Senju Maru, Kiryu, and Kirinji. Probably one of my favorite banners of last year. Senju Maru, strong attack recharge minus 12%. She does have the disabler against mind attribute of Ronkar's plus 10%, which is really nice. Lacerate on all of her attacks except for her second. I wish that she had lacerate on her second, because that barrier skill would be definitely really nice. Berserker plus 20%, Bruiser 20%, damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, which is really good. Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, the disabler, and Sprinter plus 1. The disabler, coupled with the Berserker 20% and damage to lacerated enemies plus 40% means that she's going to deal a lot of damage. She doesn't have devastation, but with the damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, I don't think she necessarily needs it. Would have been nice, sure, but I mean, it is what it is. Her kit is actually pretty damn good too. 3000 length beam for strong attack, 1200 radius, third strong attack, and then her second strong attack is a 690 radius because of that barrier style boost ability, like one of the old school ones. Unfortunately, it's not one of the newer ones like Masaki, but I mean, it is what it is. Now, going into Kiryu, same issue that Ichigo has. She just doesn't have guard break, so her nat string can get really held back by characters with range guard, right? You have heal and boost on her second strong attack, full screen third strong attack, and then her first strong attack, same as Ichigo, just pushes the enemies back a little too far than you would like for her nat string. Bruiser plus 40% along with flurry and poise, medic for the team heal, as well as healer plus 30%, which means that she's going to heal very well. Sprinter plus 1 and a berserker of 50%, so she can be built hybrid if you really want to build her a hybrid if you don't have the gear. If you're a newer player, definitely could be helpful. Damage reduction minus 16%, and Soul Reaper Squad 0 member as with Soul Reaper Killer. I don't think that she's bad. I just wish that she had guard break or a little better. I wish she had better strong attacks that suited her necessary guard break potential, since she doesn't have guard break. Alright, next on the list, probably one of my favorite characters in the game, Kirinji. I was fortunate enough to get him max transcended with a couple of special move sources, as well as being able to pull a bunch of him. I got a lot of him early, so I figured it would be worth it, and I think it was. So strong attack recharge minus 12%, Soul Reaper Killer with a Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, paralysis on everything with a revive mechanic on his ultimate. I kind of wish he had like a heal on his ultimate too, along with the revive. I feel like he's supposed to be like the best healer in the game. Like, he's supposed to be the best healer, right? So maybe not the best healer, but he's supposed to be one of the best healers. So I was kind of disappointed that he wasn't really a healer type unit, though. Since Caleb hasn't really made effective use of healers in this game, I'm kind of glad that he didn't get a second strong attack heal. I'll be real with you. Alright, he does have the speed attribute Soul Reaper strong attack damage plus 20%, which is really nice and versatile, that it's not Captain or Espada. Well, obviously it's not Espada, but it's fortunate that he didn't get like speed attribute squad 0 strong attack damage, because then it would only apply to him. This will work on characters like Speed Toshiro, Byakuya, etc. Berserker plus 20%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds for the paralysis, Frenzy, Havoc 20% to go along with that Berserker with the Soul Reaper strong attack damage, and then you have the Bruiser plus 20% and Sprinter plus 2, which is really nice. Also, his kit is actually, in my opinion, really good as well. You have the standard lunge for strong attack, 570 radius. Second strong attack is going to be the 3000 length beam, and his third strong attack is a massive 1170 AoE distant in front with some back range. I believe the radius behind is roughly 200 to 225, and then the forward range is like 900 to 1000, which is really good. Definitely hits incredibly hard as well with the paralysis and everything. Like, I think that this character is just... He's badass, bro, and he has the toupee to match. Alright, next on the list, and going into the anniversary characters, or at least the characters a week after anniversary, Bazz-B. Bazz-B is an excellent unit. Increased status ailment chance against power attribute of Rankar enemies. He isn't a Rankar killer. Strong attack recharge minus 12%. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 2 seconds with that burn, Sprinter plus 1, Bruiser 20%, and Devastation 40%. Going into his actual kit, he also has the same kit roughly as 5th anniversary Ichigo, where he has the lunge for strong attack, AoE distant 960, circular AoE, and then his third strong attack is going to be a 900 to 1080 beyond full screen charge third strong attack that hits really hard. Obviously not as hard as Ichigo, because Ichigo has that Berserker 60, which is insane. But yeah, I mean, that's Bazz-B for you. He's really, really, really good. Next on the list, Uryu, probably one of my favorite units that was released last year. Ailment reversal, which means that every single time that you are attacked by an enemy, not a puddle of status ailment, by an enemy, you will actually counter and heal 20% or 25%, I believe it's 20% HP, as well as counter that status ailment and reverse it back onto the enemy. So if the enemy would weaken you, you would heal 20%, you would not be weakened, and your enemy would be weakened instead, which is really, really nice. Berserker plus 40%, Guard Break, Havoc 20%, Frenzy, Devastation 60%, Bruiser 40%, and Sprinter plus 1. He also has a built-in heal on his ultimate. He does have a lot of range collision with his first and second. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing when it comes to this character in particular, just because of how he's built. He's probably one of the best auto units in the game. Should an enemy status, like, hit him with a status element, you heal. So like, there's been a lot of times where I'll be in the middle of a co-op match and I'm like, oh crap, I'm almost dead, and I'll just run into an enemy that would heal me because it just makes life a little bit easier, right? First strong attack is going to be the range collision, 40% magnifications. Third strong attack is going to be 1200 radius, and his second strong attack is going to be the same as Tokinata and Bankai Hikone. However, he doesn't have an what is it called? He doesn't have a boost built into it, so it is a 16-second cooldown. So lots of range collision, vacuum into pushback, crawling vortex for your second strong attack. I do think that that's kind of nice. He doesn't have to guard break either, since he has guard break built into the character. So I do feel like the first strong attack definitely is really, really, really good. And going into last on the list, and let's be real here, the character that a lot of people are going to be summoning for, Jugram. Now, Jugram is toxic in PvP, maybe not as toxic as Tsukishima, but I mean, he's still absolutely insane. He does have a Squad Zero killer, literally specifically designed to slap the living hell out of Ichibei despite having attribute disadvantage, weakening on all of his attacks, weakening on his ultimate. His first strong attack is actually the 2500 length beam, which helps him snipe soul bombs. Second strong attack is going to be a 625 radius standard lunge, well, standard second strong attack lunge. Third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. Going into his actual skills, however, we have Flurry and Poise, which is kind of standard when it comes to NAD characters for PvP. A damage reduction link of 16%, standard. Bruiser plus 20%, he hits harder now. Pierce barrier, so barrier units, he disables strong attack damage characters. Brave battle counter plus 20%, he counters 20% of the damage that would be inflicted to him. Brave battle temporary invincibility plus 10 seconds, that is not capped, it actually does last for 10 seconds. Really, really frustrating skill. I do feel like every single time that I go up against somebody that doesn't have a character with Brave Battle Temporary Invincibility plus 10 seconds, they kind of die within like 8 seconds, if that gives you any indication of how OP lasting 10 seconds is. Berserker plus 50%, if you want to build him hybrid, I guess you can, but I mean, he's a NAT character through and through. He performs incredibly well in epic raids, guild quest, as well as, well, maybe not guild quest because he doesn't have killer, but like if you need someone to just tank and tank and tank, he's actually pretty good as a tank if you actually need that for guild quest. But for PvP, that's going to be his bread and butter. That along with epic raids, like that's pretty much going to be the bread and butter when it comes to this character. As for the people who are like, why would you use him in epic, why would you use him in guild quest? I personally use Tsukishima in guild quest, though I think that Tsukishima is a little better because he does have drain built into the character, so my Tsukishima actually heals, and despite him not having killer, since the enemy is completely focused on him, I can just concentrate on just dealing just raw damage over and over and over again with my other side unit as well as my main unit. So that's pretty much what I do whenever I'm having trouble with hard guild quests. Though to be fair, it's hard guild quest, it is what it is. But overall, this banner does look really, really good. It's literally all 1000-Year Blood War, so with Renji, Rookia, and Ichigo, Senju Maru, Kiryu, and Kirinji, and then of course Bazz-B, Uryu, and Jugram. Very, very, very good characters in my opinion. I do think that all these characters do have their place in the game. Kiryu does have a stage specifically for Senkaimon where I wish she had guard break, she'd be so much better. But other than that, let me know in the comments below how deep y'all plan to go in. I'm personally I'm personally not going to summon on this banner just because I have them all and my Kirinji is max transcended, but if I was missing even just one of these characters, personally, I'd probably go in and try to use that as justification so that I could make bad decisions. But other than that, like, this is a good banner, especially for newer players that are trying to get into the game. Like, you have a godlike PvP character, you have a godlike auto unit, you have a godlike unit for inheritance trials when the enemies are Rankars. You have a godlike unit to provide backup and revival during co-op. Kirio is going to be an excellent unit for just tankiness. She's pretty damn good in epic raids as well. Senju Maru, same thing with inheritance trial. And Rookia, Renji, and Ichigo. At the moment, I do feel like these characters aren't really all that if they're brand new. Like, a 1 of 5, I don't think these characters are going to put up that much of a fight in comparison to the newer characters that are coming out. But I mean, it is what it is. There's still 1,000-year Blood War characters, and it's literally the trio, right? Renji, Rookia, and Ichigo. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up with me. Stay blessed. I wish you the best luck with your summons, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.